Well, it's that time of the year again, or that time of the month again. We've just had a batch of veneer arrive today. I've been waiting on this for a while. Postman surprised me this morning. I thought it was going to be next week, but this is probably the biggest batch of veneer we've ever got in. There's some pretty special stuff in here. So if you've been watching some of our veneer videos before, you know the kind of stuff that we have, and it's pretty amazing. In this one, we've got Cocobolo, we've got Candy Stripe Paddock, we have Pau Ferro, Quartered Ebony Amara, Royal Ebony, Spalted Quartered Chen Chen, Zircote, or Zircotti, we're never quite sure how to pronounce that, Spalted Beach, and Spalted European Beach. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. What's in here is going to make some amazing guitars. So for anybody that doesn't know exactly what we do, we make carbon fiber guitars. All our guitars are molded using a synthetic material, but one thing that we really like to do to bring a more natural look to them and just really be something a little bit more exotic is use literally the world's finest veneers. I've got a few suppliers that I work with, and they work really well with us. If they help us find just the nicest of the nice stuff. We trawl through hundreds and thousands of pictures, looking at dimensions and just finding what'll fit with what we do, and then we narrow it down to this. And so we've always seen is photographs of this stuff. We haven't seen it in reality, so it's always kind of exciting to do this. So we like to share it with everybody. And as the box says, heavy. So there's a lot of stuff in here. So you might have seen Frank before helping me. This is Shane today.
Hey,
hello, Shane.
Hello.
So one of the cool things is just how they handle this stuff. It comes all wrapped up into a big roll. It's quite amazing, really. This is just hundreds of sheets of veneer all wrapped up like a big sausage. Right. Right, Shane, have to be careful to hold it. We've run out of the table. Okay, so I think what we're going to have to do, Shane, is we're going to have to separate. This must be super long. Take it all up. Wow, this is the longest veneer I've ever got. You got it?
Yeah. Coming out of it.
So that's the first. Now, some people might have seen the video that Tony Polcastro made reviewing one of our emeralds, the X20 with Cocobolo veneer, and I think that kind of set the world on fire for Cocobolo. It's always been one of our most popular. But whenever actually we sent that to him, we had no more Cocobolo. So I managed to find some more. It's really hard to get stuff that just works well. My suppliers managed to find me some. So as you can see, the thing that makes the Cocobolo so beautiful is these contrasting colours. It is this beautiful heartwood, deep veins of black, and then nice rich browns. And then whenever we book match this, it just gives us just this really big contrast and impact. Get lots of nice knots in it. Just so many nice details. So whenever we found out we had some more, we contacted some people, and pretty much it all sold out straight away. So I managed to double the order. So we still have enough to make about another, I think about an extra 12. So as you can see, there's a lot of it that we can't use. It's got cracks, and so we have to work around that. And that's the hard thing, you know, is trying to find pieces that will actually work. You know, so like this area here is really nice. It's got a nice figurine, nice eye and knots. So out of all this, we'll cut it down and we'll get a small number of pieces that'll be good enough for a guitar. So Shane, let's see if we can lift it down. Maybe take this one here. I'm going to take it straight down behind you. Actually, here, let's just book match that. So, take this back to you. Stick it all across. So that's an exceptionally large area, and what we do is we take our templates and we find just exactly where it'll fit on the piece of veneer. Find the nicest way to cut it. So you can see how when we book match the two pieces together, you get this nice joining pattern that kind of mirrors each other. So so that's Co.Donegal. That's some beautiful stuff. Flip it over. Right. So this is a second attempt at the roll. Careful. Right, stick that. This is way on up to the top. Yeah. I think we're going to need to get a bigger jewel. The stuff just seems to keep getting longer and longer. So, what have we got? I'm trying to remember everything that we've ordered. Yeah, that is just beautiful. I think that is the must be Spalted Beach. And this stuff, you'll see we just book match that. You see how that looks. Take that one across. So it really caught my eye with this stuff when I was ordering it. Was just the really striking contrast between the very light wood and then the black lines. It's a little bit like the Royal Ebony, but it's more, you know, the lines are finer. It's a finer detail and a lighter wood. It's going to take a little bit of work just to get it right because there's a lot of cracks in it and splits in it. But we'll be able to stabilize and get that to work. You know, this is going to be nice on an X20. If I put an X20, you know, you can just imagine on a guitar shape, you know, with the bridge across, the lines all almost replicating the strings coming down. That's going to be some nice stuff. And then whenever we put a nice black line across the edge, blend it back down into probably black carbon on the back and sides, that'll make a really nice guitar. Also with a light wood like this, it can be really nice done with the colour. So you could put a red stain over that, you'll still get the black lines and then the contrast in red. So that's going to give us a lot of opportunities. I've think what we'll do, Shane, is we'll just bring this down onto the floor.
Yeah.
So this is their coat. This is some really nice stuff. What catches my eye in this is it pops. It's got these real dark browns and then the blacks, and it whenever you put the clear coat over it, it really becomes vibrant. The transitions between the colours. Just big blocks of colour, nice hardwood, some really nice shapes. Now I remember actually selecting this specific piece here, and let's see. What I liked about it was just it's almost like a little face here. We've got these two contrasting pieces. You know, you can see how that would work in a guitar. So, you know, maybe like here, this almost framing the bridge, it'll be down here. Really nice up this end as well. You know, you choose it different ways, you get very different effects. You know, if you want it, really depends if you want a really warm, rich look or something very dark. I think we've got a lot of stuff to get through, so we'll maybe move through it a little bit faster this time. Just set that piece down. So we buy these in pairs. So these are consecutively cut off a tree, you know, so each one has the grain pattern matching. So like this here is one section of the tree, this is a completely different section. So you see that's a beautiful pattern in that one. So Shane, what do you reckon is your favourite veneer so far that we've used over the years? Because everything I bring up, Shane always says that's his favourite guitar, and then the next one is that's my favourite guitar.
There's too many. In fact, got Co.Donegal and that there's just something else really.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's just would be incredibly hard to choose where you'll actually cut this. It's
you can get these knots in here.
those lines would be good. Up here it's all very straight, which is cool. These straight lines. I mean, that's an exceptional piece of wood there. We've what have we got? 1, 2, 4 sheets of that. There's probably enough there to make maybe 6 or 7 guitars. Now, more Co.Donegal. So this is pretty much similar to what we've shown you before, so we'll just set that on down. Careful. So you see the big cracks in the middle, that's all going to be, unfortunately, going to be wastage. Now, what is this? See, I can't even remember now what this is that I bought. That. I think that's, is that Chen Chen? Here we've got something nice. Look at this. So look at that piece. This, I don't know if it's coming up well on the camera, but it's very similar to a Co.Donegal. but it's got kind of almost richer colours. I'm seeing almost purples and reds in here. These lines are completely black. This has almost got a bit of a pink hue to it, browns. These will change a little bit as well once we mould them, whenever the resin infuses into them. But a lot of colour in this. Love the eyes here. It's really nice up there. Here you see. This is maybe Pop. Is this Paul Farrell? No, it's Paul Farrell down there. Yeah, I should have. It's that long since I've looked at the pictures for this that I can't remember which that is. That's beautiful. So I'm going to have to remember the next time I'm going to do my homework before I open the box. More Coca-Cola. Aye. Samara Ebony. So this is beautiful. Again, I'm not sure if it fully comes out on through the camera, but this is. I'm inclined to say pink, but that might be doing a disservice to people who don't like pink. It's a brown with a pinky kind of hue. Just beautiful, warm kind of color. Maybe it's kind of in the purple kind of direction almost as well. I think it's going to go more brown as we would finish it. But beautiful how these have straight lines of black in between the lighter color. That's going to be, it's really flat, it's quite wide, it's going to be big enough for the ballad bass, it's going to be big enough for harp guitar. Lot we can do with that piece. Let's see this. We'll just look at that one. That is another piece of Cerakote. And what we're going to do is very soon we're going to catalogue all these, and we're going to do a separate video on basically each piece of veneer. Everything we have here in our stock, which is getting bigger and bigger all the time. We don't have it properly catalogued for you on the website. So what we thought we'd do is we'll do a little, like 2-minute video on every single one. Create a library of all the videos. So we're going to do that maybe someday next week actually if we get time, and we'll have them up for you so you can see the specific veneers. Now look at this stuff. Have you ever seen anything as crazy as that? That is just the most vibrant, rich red colours that you could ever imagine to come from nature. When I seen this stuff in the pictures, I couldn't believe it. I thought I have to have that. What's remarkable about it is just the size. Actually, I think, is this the Amara Ebony? I think it is. It's just beautiful colours. There's just so many nice shapes in it. We've got these big wide pieces. It's going to be big enough for our big harp guitar. definitely going to be different.
Beautiful.
You know, for some people it's maybe too rich and red, but I think it's fantastic. So it's going to take a little bit of work just to find out the best way to cut this and match it, but because it's so big, it's got a lot of opportunities. A really nice piece down here at this end. So let's put it that way, shape of a harp guitar. So I can just really see a harp guitar. These beautiful pieces down the side, this big contrast running up the arm.
Beautiful.
That'll be an exceptional piece. So, and there's still more. Quite a bit of that actually. Now, this is Spalted Beach. A really big pattern spalting.
Wow.
Told you we had some good stuff on this batch. You can see what it does when you put a guitar shape on it. You know, you cut this anywhere. This is the best of the best stuff. You know, it's almost just like some kind of a colour by numbers painting that somebody, I'll do a little bit of yellow here and white here and black here. It's such nice bits, and also I don't know if it. And I hadn't realised this when I bought it, but it's also got these. It's almost like bird's eye. These little check marks on it, little speckles, which just adds extra character. Now it's not everywhere on it, it's just up the centre, which is actually quite nice. So where would be my favourite piece on that? If I was to cut this for myself, make my guitar, I'd probably make it right there. I have the bridge just about here, these two tails coming down, all these pieces nicely feathering up into the top. This just frames the neck beautifully. All this little speckling coming down the side. There's just so many colours going on there. And the black on the edge is going to tie in with the black lines here. So that'll be some special stuff.
There you've got a face up there.
Where?
Eyes and nose here. And the hair.
Oh yeah. Now we have a problem with that piece though, unfortunately, because if we were to cut that there, we've got these knots, and that's a problem we often have. You know, you've got this beautiful piece, but you just can't cut it exactly there. But one thing we have done though is we've sometimes taken knots like this and lay carbon fibre behind it, so you'd have black carbon fibre that we matching with these lines showing through in your top. It's a little bit different, so you're using a defect and you're finding, you know, an artistic way to use that defect. Now, this is nice too. These two little pieces would be framing the neck. Yeah, that's good stuff. Right, gotta move on. Nearly done. Now, I suppose maybe you can see a little bit of a theme in the sort of stuff that I like to go for. I really like contrasting woods with a pattern. And this one is just a really warm look. Look at that. Just keeps getting nicer and nicer. Wow, this is remarkable. I haven't seen this stuff in person before. This is just, I only saw it in photographs. It's just got the most bright golden colours. This is like, I don't know, some kind of like really white golden sand here, light browns, but it's got this weird, very, very fine pattern in it that is going to give it a real iridescence. Whenever you finish this, it's going to, if you move with the light, it has a flip to it. The centre, I would say, looks like a really beautiful spruce almost. It's got that warmth of a bright spruce, and then the browns. You know, we could match this the other way around. Let's flip it the other way, Shane. Take this one just right across. So if you don't like the hardwood and you want something that's more just brown, again, I'm using the harp guitar template just to show just how big this stuff is. You know, it's unusual to get veneer that we can book match and use quite so wide. Yeah, I think I would prefer putting the light wood in the centre, but with the dark wood as well, it's really, really nice. I don't know anywhere we put it. We'll put it the next 20 templates sitting on it. You know, if you like something that's just a little bit more subtle, it's just like flames, you know. A lot going on in that piece of veneer. I think. Yeah, that must be spotted chen. We're nearly done. You're still watching, thanks for keeping patient and watching. Some of the best to last. We built some really beautiful guitars over the last few months with Royal Ebony. Royal Ebony just has crazy patterns. It's this light wood, dark patterns. It's a beautiful hardwood. It's nice and flat. It works on so many different levels for us. The last batch that I got had a lot of cracks in it. It was disappointing because it was beautiful stuff, but there was so much of it that we couldn't use. This is so much better. Pretty much every bit of this is usable. Again, it's just with the templates. You can just see what this does. You know, it's just like cascading down out of the neck. You know, you can imagine your neck coming down here, your bridge here. Again, the black on the edge really ties it all together. Typically looks good with the black carbon fibre back and sides. It's just like some kind of crazy marble. It's nice up in here. This has got like browns here, which just gives it a little bit of flavour. I like these two little eyes. Let's flip it just the opposite way, Shane. It looks very different the other way. So there's a really nice area in the centre. Again, all coming up into V's. Beautiful stuff. It's going to be nearly impossible for us to cut and choose just how to cut it, you know, and you decide, did I cut it here, did I cut it here, you know. And what we do is, if you decide on a piece of veneer, you know, we can't send you a million choices, but what we do is, if you kind of narrow it down for us, if you tell us, you know, I really like the Royal Ebony, and you just can't choose exactly one piece, what we'll do is we'll bring a template down, we'll set it down, we'll take maybe 5 or 6 pictures, and let you choose the exact piece, and then we take and cut that. So you're actually choosing the individual piece of veneer that we're going to use on your guitar. So that's kind of the bespoke service that we do. It's not a case that we just cut it and then you're stuck with it. Actually, I'm just noticing here there's also quilting in this. Probably can't really see it with the camera, but it's quilted here, kind of like a quilted maple, which just adds another contrast to it. This is very, very nice. Okay. This is Paul Ferro. This has been a very popular veneer for us recently as well. We've built a lot of really nice guitars with it, a couple of really nice basses. Let's go that way, Shane. It's really rich colours, lovely warm, almost pinky reds, nice contrasting lines. We were running a bit low in stock, so I had to get some more of that in. You can see it's got nice knots, beautiful centre wood, and you know, no matter what way we cut that, it's going to be nice. So that's Paul Ferro. Now, what I would like to do maybe is these in order. So that's our stock. We're going to catalog and sort that all out. Say we'll be making videos, so we'll get that online very soon. And if there's specific pieces of veneer that you like from this video, you know, you can contact us. Say, you know, the bit that you were looking at on 17 minutes 37 seconds. I'd like to see more of that. We could send you some pictures or something. Someone tells me I'm going to have a busy week next week. So if you want to come over here, it's one thing seeing a piece of veneer, and it's maybe hard to understand just what it'll do, what it'll look like. So, so this actually, yeah, this is a good one. So this harp guitar is Paul Ferro, and this came out of pretty much exactly the same piece of veneer as this. So you can see how we would have chosen a piece of veneer on this, and find the right shape. See, is the light working for you there? You know, so you can see it changes quite a bit. We have to have an imagination as well of what it's going to look like finished. You know, because the natural wood's always a little bit lighter. Whenever you put the colour on it, it's much deeper. So we take it from a thin piece of veneer like that. It goes into our mould during our moulding process. The resin is fused onto the top, onto the carbon. So basically the veneer becomes part of the carbon structure. So it means it's impervious to temperature and humidity. So you have all the strength and the benefits of carbon, but you still have that beauty. So that's a really nice harp guitar we're just finishing off. This one is Bubinga. Is that working that light? Like it here? Alright, so that's a Bubinga veneer on that one. Another hard guitar. It seems like a lot of the custom guitars that we do, people like to use the veneers on. This is out of the last batch that we got in last month. It's a custom 8-string. Actually not last month, I guess, a few months ago. Custom 8-string bass. And this is lacewood. Beautiful, beautiful veneer. I think the photographs online don't really do it justice. I think it just has so much depth to it. It's another piece of lacewood, just cut in a different way. We have a good bit of lacewood there. Some nice quilted maple. So the quilted maple is beautiful because it allows us to do a lot of colours. It's a very light coloured wood, and then we can take it and you know, do reds and greens. And my favourite is this vintage amber burst that we do. So very hard veneer to find in the sizes that we like to use. So when I use quilted maple, I like to use it all in one piece rather than book matching it. And we managed to find some that was exceptionally wide, exceptionally high quality. Probably the nicest that I've ever seen. I think we unveiled it maybe 2 or 3 videos ago. And we've made a lot of really nice harp guitars with it. So that's a real special one. This is a harp guitar with super trebles. As you can see, we do some pretty unusual instruments as well as unusual veneers. Not quite tuned. That's a beautiful one. And going to the other side of the world. And you can see, you know, we use the carbon fiber colors on the back and side, and we always try and make a color, a transparent color with the carbon that will contrast and work really nice with the color of the veneer on top. So that's the latest delivery. I'm pretty excited about what we have. It's definitely some of the nicest stuff that we've ever got. It's going to be a lot of guitars there. If you didn't guess, it's slightly addictive. When I start looking for veneers, you just can't stop. You just keep looking and looking and finding more and more nice things, and just see beautiful guitars you can make out of them. And then the end result is we get to see a finished guitar. You know, it's a nice process. We've enjoyed doing these videos. I know we've been getting a lot of great feedback about the unveiling videos. So thanks for watching it. Drop us an email at sales@emeraldguitars.com. Have a look on our website, emeraldguitars.com. My brain's gone to mush. It's Friday evening. And yeah, check out what we do. If you go into the galleries, you're going to see a lot of custom guitars that we've made. Check out our Facebook page. We're sharing different guitars every day there. You'll see a lot of the up-to-date customs that we've been doing. And just get in touch. Alright, have a great weekend. We will see you soon.